I'm just bringing up my iPad so I can see everyone. Why is this happening? Why, oh why? I don't know why my laptop is not keeping the internet connected. I don't understand. So I'll just keep working on that, and I had it working a little bit ago and now it's not working again. Hi Kayla. How are you? How have you been? Tonight we are going to make a St. Patrick's Day sign using the love sign from Dollar Tree, but we're not going to use the, well, we can use this side because it's got the little grooves in it. I'm going to take off this heart first, and I'll be able to use it later. I'm going to warm it up a little bit so it'll come off. I don't know what. Okay. Let's see here. It says I'm connected now. I'm just trying to pull it up again. Hopefully it'll work. Yep, just heat it up with your heat gun and it comes right off, but it is warm. And I'm not sure what. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to get another scraper to use. I'm glad you're fine, Kayla. That's good to hear. Is everybody staying well? Nobody's gotten sick again, have they? Say hi when you hop on. Let me know what you're doing, how your day's been. I am just making a St. Patrick's Day sign using this Dollar Tree Valentine's Day sign. There was a metal heart on it that I took off because I can use that again some other time. And I'm gonna take this handle off because I'm not gonna need it either. and I just scraped the glue off of where it was at on here. We're going to add this paper. Looks like shiplap. I thought I was going to need 2 pieces, but I might only need 1. And I'm going to just draw a line so I know that I have it right. I'm going to stand up for this part so I can get it straight. I'm just going to use a pen here to mark it. Okay. Okay, and we're just going to Mod Podge this to the board. Yes, thank God. That's good to hear. I'm glad everybody is feeling good. So I'm just using Mod Podge, and we're just going to put a little bit of Mod Podge on here to add the paper. Don't forget, please drizzle the video so your family and friends can see the project. They might like to get crafty sometime and like this idea, so I would appreciate that. Just making sure that the Mod Podge is getting the paper stuck to the board. If you use too much Mod Podge, it'll cause bubbles. That's why you don't want to use that much, or try not to use that much. And running your hand over it helps smooth it out. And I'm just going to line up the lines. To match the best I can up here. But I need to add some more Mod Podge down here on the bottom, so that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that this is all flattened out. And I do have a little overlap on the edges, so we're just going to take the sanding sponge and take care of that. Yes, I did, Kayla. Have you watched all the videos? I'll show you. Yeah, everything behind me I made this year except for the little square, where is it? There, that one right there. I made that one last year, and then there's another one up there you can't see, but everything else I made this year, and there should be videos for all of them. Yeah, but you can go back and watch the replays. Come on. Okay, so I'm just going to take the sanding sponge now and go around the edges. This will give it that finished look. That's why it'll just take those edges right off of it. See there? Okay. Now it does have a few bubbles in it, but that's okay. You won't be able to see them when the project's done. But this is what the board looks like now. And then we are going to add these shamrocks. And we are not going to need I got these at Hobby Lobby. Oh, I got this paper at Hobby Lobby too. They were 40% off each piece when I bought them. And this was also on sale for 40% off. And this was $2.99 regular price. I have 5 of them. And the paper is, I think, 12 by 12, and it's 69 cents, so it's 40% off of that. But I do not need the hanger on these, so I'm going to take these off. And I'm going to heat the stickers up too, so I can take these off of the backs. They should pull right off. This one's not, but I didn't heat it up before I tried to pull it off. Or I should have done that first. And this metal does get hot, so I'm just gonna try to use, see it come right off that time. And this one's not wanting to come off. Heat it up a little bit more. Ouch. The metal gets a little hot. This one's not coming off either. Let's see here. This one's being difficult. Okay. The metal heats up really fast and becomes really hot, but it also cools off fairly quickly as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull these, cut these backs off, the hangers off. And since these are metal, I am going to use hot glue and the E6000 glue to adhere these to the board. And we're just going to stagger them, make it a little whimsy, not perfect. But I am going to dab some of this on here. This E6000 will adhere it forever, and the hot glue will adhere it instantly. The E6000 takes a while to set. That's why I use both. So I'm just gonna start putting these on here. Got this one started. Okay, I have 2 more. And I want to get some. I'm almost ready for a new glue stick, so I want to get that ready too. Just trying to see how I can get it all on the board, because these are a little bit bigger than the board. I didn't realize when I bought them, but it's okay. It's still gonna be cute. E6000 Kayla is it's a clear, transparent, like glue. It's industrial strength adhesive. It's just like a super extra strength glue that you would want to use if you do a craft, or if you have something you want to put outside. It'll stand up to the weather. Like if I just used the hot glue and then I put this on the front door and it was really hot outside, the heat from the weather would reactivate the hot glue and it would fall apart. So you want to have an extra adhesive to use to make sure your project doesn't fall apart. Okay, so it's hanging off a little bit at the end and kind of a little bit at the top, but this is what it looks like so far. And then I have letters I'm going to put on here. I'm going to spell out lucky on here. And I'm going to also add a tiny bit of Mod Podge over the tops of the letters, just to make sure they stick good. Let's see. I'm gonna just dry that a little bit. Okay, and I also want to add a little bit of the Waverly Antique Wax that I use just to make it look more rustic a little bit. I'm just going over the edges with it. I wasn't going to do the paper, but I got a little on there, so I just added a little bit around the edges of the board. But this is what it looks like so far. Now we're going to add a bow. If you just hopped on, I know some of you have been watching for a few minutes. I cannot keep my tablet on for some reason, so I'm not sure who's with me, but say hi and let me know how you're doing. Just to go back over everything, I used a Valentine's Day board from the Dollar Tree. I used one piece. Here's the other piece. I used this piece of shiplap and Mod Podged it to the board. I just cut it in half and then lined the lines up. I got these shamrocks from Hobby Lobby for 40% off of $2.99, and then just used the lucky letters that I also got from Hobby Lobby. And now we're gonna make a bow. Those scissors are not going to cut the ribbon, so I'm going to use these. And when you're making your ribbon, you just crisscross them as you make them, like so. This is like I'd call it a rag bow. Let's see here. And just keep stacking them. We are almost done here. I'm just going to do the bow, and then after the bow's done, then I'll put a hanger on it, and that'll be it. Let's see. I'm glad you all are joining me tonight. And this is new, so I have to find the end of it. Maybe. There we go. I want to make sure all the ends have the little, these are pinking shears, so I'm just making sure all the ends have the zigzag line on it as I'm cutting these. Let's see. Okay, so I got everything cut now. I'm just going to go back through and redo it. That way I can try to make it even. Come on, come on, come on. really cute. Okay, so after I get all of them like laid out, then I'm just going to pinch the center together like so. And then I'm going to take a piece of the gold cord that I have and flip it over and tie it in the back. I'm going to try to tie it as tight as I can because this is that one stretchy cord stuff. So I'm just going to try to tie it. I'm going to try it 3 times to make sure that it's good and tight. And then I was going to say it might need trims, but I think I did pretty good on getting them all pretty much the same size that they need to be. This is what it looks like. And you can just play with it and move it around however which way you want it, and put, you know, if one's not turning the right way, you can just twist it around. But if you didn't like it this big, you can always trim it and make it smaller. But I think it's cute. Cute, cute. So, I don't want to cover my letters up. So I think, well, I am going to trim it because it's like covering up the letters. So I am just going to trim it off a little bit. So you just, the way I trim it is just pull it all up in the center. So you have it all in the, okay, that might not work too good. There we go. Okay. There, that's better. And I threw my glue gun fell on the floor. So I'm just gonna hot glue this right up here on the corner. And I kind of feel like how's this look? What do you guys think? You think it needs a button here in the center? Or does it look okay like that? A button? Okay. Now I need to know what color button. I have this like yellow green button. That would look like this. If you can see it, it's kind of little. I have this dark green button. I have this big green button. Or I have like a medium sized button. Which button did you like the best? Can you see the buttons? Which one do you like the best? The last button? The medium green one? That one's pretty. So I'm just gonna hot glue that one right in the center. Can you see it? That's really cute. Okay, and now for our you know what? I just found I could have put a gold coin in the center too. Oh well. I'll have those for another project. But I had it might be out in the car, but I had a green necklace that said Happy St. Patrick's Day on it that I could have used for my hanger, but since I don't have it with me, I'm just going to use this green bead. It was a green necklace, but I've been using it as my hangers because it's really cute for St. Patrick's Day. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to just glue it right on the back of here. I'll still be doing St. Patrick's Day stuff next week. I plan on doing a wreath on Tuesday, and then a couple other things, or at least one other thing on next Saturday. So, excuse me. So I'm also going to use E6000 on this hanger because I cannot like attach anything else to the back of this to try to hold it. And this will have to sit overnight to dry. But I will hold it up to show you the whole thing finished. Okay. Okay. Now this is what it's going to look like with the hanger. Let me get it. Can you see it? Isn't it cute? This is so cute. I love it. What do you guys think? Lucky! And it just came off, see? So it does have to sit overnight to make sure it adheres itself. Does anybody have any questions or my Jerry beads? Yes, I got these in a pack at they come red, pink, blue, and green at the Dollar Tree. So you can get everything you need at the Dollar Tree to make your crafts. They're starting to get a big selection of craft supplies in their craft aisle. But sometimes you do have to go to Hobby Lobby. Just make sure you go when they have sales. But I appreciate you guys being here, and for whoever just hopped on, thank you. I'll go over everything again. The board came from the Dollar Tree. It was a Valentine's Day board. The shamrocks came from Hobby Lobby. I got them 40% off on sale, which is going on right now. Well, actually today's Saturday. They're closed tomorrow, so next week they may or may not be on sale. I'm not sure. But we did the bow and then the beads for the hanger. I hope you guys all enjoyed yourself with me tonight. Thank you, and I will see you Tuesday. Have a good night. Happy Saturday.